Let's check out Gotham Knights from Warner Brothers Montreal, the developers of Batman Arkham Origins, which, guys, I don't care if it's not Rocksteady. That's a game that if you have not played, play it. I feel like it's a little messed up that we don't have a proper remaster for that game on current hardware. I don't know. They remastered Arkham Knight. I'm sorry, not Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight was a current gen release. They remastered Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. I think we should give Arkham Origins a little bit of love. I would love to play Arkham Origins on my PS4. Why not? Arkham Knights, but can actually use different heroes. Interesting aspect. Let's take a look at what they're working with in this cinematic trailer. Because not only did they give us a full-fledged story-based trailer, but they also gave us some gameplay in a separate video as well. So we're going to be checking out the two. Alright, here we go. Gotham Knights.
In breaking news, we've received reports of an explosion somewhere north of the city.
We're still waiting for the police to confirm if there are any victims.
Explosion.
It's evolving rapidly. Please bear with us.
We heard this really loud boom. There was smoke everywhere.
Emergency services have confirmed that they've discovered a body buried in the wreckage. We're still waiting for further details.
Emergency vehicles are
It appears that a large portion of the building has actually
In
collapsed.
international news, an explosion rocked Gotham City earlier
We
today.
are now able to confirm that billionaire philanthropist Bruce Wayne is...
Who this? Code Black.
If you're watching this,
Why does it look like Channing Tatum?
dead. This is a code black.
Jason. It's gotta be Jason.
This message was automatically triggered when I destroyed the cave and everything it contained. We both know it won't take long for Gotham's criminals to realize the Batman is gone. And you can't count on the GCPD. Haven't trusted us since Jim died.
He did too?
Gotham will need its protectors more than ever. I'm leaving you the
That wing.
Belfry as base of operations. Some of the technology is outdated, but it has the gear you need and all
Tom
my
Holland.
files. You've always had my back when I needed you.
Tim Drake,
know
I
you'll keep
imagine.
Gotham safe.
Well, he looks a little too
Good
young.
luck. And goodbye.
Batgirl. The Bat Family. Don't know how I feel about his costume though. Are those blanks? Damn, we're already seeing a shed of gameplay here. Uh-oh. Hope there's not... Oh, Mr. Freeze, alright.
No
one talks about them.
Court of Owls.
Not a whisper word is said. For if you try to cross them, then the town strikes you dead.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, your boy right here doesn't fuck with owls. I know better than to fuck with owls. Have you ever seen one of those fuckers take over a rabbit? So let me just touch base on just you know, I'm not gonna talk about anything gameplay related because we do have a separate gameplay video. I am gonna talk about a little bit of the story real fast here. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time because I know that we have this and the gameplay stuff. I gotta be honest, for the sake of this iteration alone, I do like. Well, I'm not gonna say I like, but I appreciate, I understand, and I accept the concept that Batman is dead. At first, I thought we were tying it in. Spoilers for Arkham Knight. I thought we were tying it in to the ambiguous ending of Arkham Knight with the explosion. But they never mentioned that the explosion was at Wayne Manor. And furthermore, Gordon is still alive when that happens in Arkham Knight. Here, however, Gordon has apparently been long dead. And furthermore, Barbara is not incapacitated. She is full-on Batgirl. So this is a whole separate storyline, separate universe, separate, thing. So this is its own iteration, its own incarnation, its own thing. This game is Sequel to Night. Oh yeah, yeah. At first I thought it was. I was like, wait, are they really gonna go there? But no, this is its own separate thing. And then as I watched the trailer more and more, and I started to really pay attention to the way these characters are actually designed, it struck with me that yeah, the design of these characters, the look of them, the way they move, the way they kind of flow around, especially when they start getting dressed here, donning their suits. So you got their main getup right here. They definitely have a look to them that looks a bit more, I want to say cartoonish, and not in a bad way, just more so in a very aesthetically different. You know what, Snicks, you just put that hashtag there. I'm going to say it. They actually do look like a more stylized version of a Teen Titans kind of vibe rather than an Arkham vibe, which is probably why it's a good idea that they didn't throw in the Arkham name. Like, they didn't call it Arkham Knights. They're just calling it Batman Gotham Knights, or I don't think that they even have the word Batman in there. They're just calling it Gotham Knights because Batman is dead. He's not part of it. So I dig that separation to give some of the limelight on the Bat family. I like the inclusion of the Court of Owls because the Court of Owls could be a legitimately creepy villain or creepy antagonistic force for this Bat family to go up to. Like, because the Court of Owls, there's no singular evil owl except for maybe that character that you mentioned, that somebody mentioned in the chat. Who was it? Ryosuke Hiro said Talon. Fill me in, Ryosuke Hiro. Is Talon like the main head guy over at the Court of Owls? With him withstanding, you know, you have a Court of Owls versus a family of bats. So there you go. It's kind of poetic for them to kind of go at each other. Some of the costumes are a little hit and miss. I feel like the two that really look well are Batgirl and Nightwing because they just retain a very clean and unilateral look to each of their looks. These two guys are the ones that I look at and I go, they look a little weird. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but they just look a little weird as far as costume design. Red Hood looks like he's got a Deadpool. Red Hood looks like your younger brother played with your toys, disassembled the limbs, and to try to hide it, he reassembled the limbs with different figures. So you have the torso from a Bat-related figure. You have the rest of the limbs from the original Red Hood figure, but he lost the Red Hood head, so he put on the Deadpool head. Like that's what it looks like. That's honestly how I feel he looks like. And then I don't like this like bomber jacket kind of or bomber hoodie type thing that Robin's got going here. That's just me, but I don't know. I personally don't like it. I don't hate it, but I just think it's kind of weird. I think that's as far as I'll go because otherwise we start to get into a little bit of the gameplay stuff here. But I don't want to talk about that too much because, yes, we do have a gameplay video. So let's go and check that out now. And it's a whopping 7 minutes. So, yeah, that's why I want to jump into this quickly. All right, here we go. Let's watch the gameplay. And to be honest, the fact that they already have a singular video showcasing nothing but just Gotham Knights gameplay gives me a feeling that we might see this come like March or April of next year. So it's slated for 2021, but I think we might be seeing it a little sooner rather than later. Let's check this out. All gameplay footage you are about to see was captured from a pre-alpha game build. All right. Frozen. Looking forward to seeing how Mr. Freeze is incorporated.
Hi, I'm Patrick Redding, Creative Director on Gotham Knights. On behalf of the whole team at WB Montreal, I'm really honored to give you a quick look at our gameplay.
Jeffrey, Elliott Center is covered in ice.
Jeffrey?
Whatever's causing this is localized at the top.
We're going to look at a short clip from
Oh,
one
he
of
said
Gotham
Alfred.
Knights' villain crimes in a pre-alpha build. This mission is halfway through the Mr. Freeze storyline, and we're playing Batgirl a dozen or so hours into her character progression.
Uh-oh. Are we lagging? Hold on. Let me lower the resolution a little bit because it does look like we're lagging just a tad. Let's see how it does now.
All units at Elliott Center. Air support inbound.
So they're kind of keeping a little bit of the Arkham game open world stuff at play here.
Return to Gotham with a mysterious agenda that involves manipulating the weather to flash freeze the city.
We need a way to get through that ice.
An important goal for Gotham Knights was that players can play all of the game either solo or in two-player co-op.
He wants a fight. He'll
2-player. There's four characters. There should be 4-player, but that's just me.
Robin's learned how to access the Justice League satellite for short-range teleportation.
Teleportation.
Batgirl has mastered some more familiar techniques.
They're not good. They're good, but they're not that good. XP.
And developed a few new ones of her own.
Wait, is she actually using the bats? Okay.
Montoya here. Heard you're down there having some fun.
Fun's
Montoya.
one word for it.
Just a heads up, that chopper's under orders to fire on anything that moves inside.
Gotham City Police. Drop your weapons or we will open fire.
Looks good on Bookface. Yeah, I think it's steady now. I think the stream is steady now.
The storm is getting worse. You need to hurry and find a way inside Elliott Center.
The GCPD chopper made that part easy.
This structure looks huge, though. I wonder if it's all being rendered in real time.
This doesn't look up to code. If anyone asks, I meant to do that.
I won't say a word.
Tours were still going on when Freeze came through.
Those poor people. They didn't stand a chance.
Gotham Knights is built to let players approach each challenge with their preferred style and their preferred build.
What does that number mean?
so only take a second.
So, is that supposed to be Robin? Because his costume's different than what we saw in that other video. So that only leads me to believe that we're going to have alternate costumes, customizable suits.
No precision. Dad, you're it.
Okay. Good finisher there. Mash the button. Just mash it.
Not the safest time to take the elevator.
You'd rather take the stairs?
I gotta be honest, dialogue is a little weird. She's a little too quippy. I understand it's not supposed to be the darkest interpretation of the Bat family, but at the same time, you know, leave the quips to Marvel. Yeah, it's, you don't have to make a line. You don't have to make a line every single 30 seconds. You know.
Status.
Countless dead, and the temperature's still falling.
A little too
We
quippy.
need to stop this now.
Belfry wasn't kidding about this storm.
Almost there.
I see the weather machine, ready with the disruptor.
That thing's drawing so much power.
Field disruptors in place. It's charging.
There he is.
Get away from my storm engine.
Everyone,
Calling it?
chill. Allow me to break
You
the
don't want
ice.
to be on the roof when this disruptor goes off. Trust me.
Irrelevant. I already have what I need. The storm has risen over Gotham.
What killed the dinosaurs?
Nothing can stop
The
it.
Ice Age.
See about that.
Oh, boss man.
You cannot
Why is his head so tiny though?
An important element of Gotham Knights is that as the player increases in power and ability, their foes keep pace. So confronting a villain like Mr. Freeze can be a very different proposition at level 5 or at level 15. And not just in terms of stats, but in the kinds of attacks and defenses they bring to bear. And that was just a short peek at Gotham Knights. We're going to have more to show you in the future.
Didn't really show. I kind of wish they would have shown a little bit more of that boss. Step into the Night 2021. That did end a little abruptly. I don't like that boss. Like, we saw so much of going into the building that to cut off the boss battle, I gotta be honest, there were, okay, a level system, yeah, known, known, okay, who said it? Known, actually known, it was you. For some reason, the combat reminds me of Marvel's Avengers. Stick with that. Keep that thought. Hold that thought. Because why are we seeing numbers when she's inflicting damage on Mr. Freeze? Why does every enemy have their own level number? Known. It's coming. I'm sorry, buddy, but it's coming. That's what I was realizing. That's the realization that I'm coming here. that is starting to dawn upon me, and now I'm officially getting scared. Gear system. The same kind of gear system that Marvel's Avengers has. The kind of gear system that is supposed to keep alive. It's supposed to supplement a games as a service property. No, no, no. I'm about to go full on Angry Joe on this shit. Because as soon as I saw it in the earlier gameplay where we were beating these guys, all these numbers, look at that, all this XP IO right here. These bars right here. What are these bat symbols right here? Are those like the specials you got saved up? Oh, whoa, whoa. Money. Money. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's moments like this where I wish I could be like everybody else and not be super analytical and look into shit. Playing devil's advocate, I honestly don't mind it. I mean, and no, yeah, I'm gonna, say what I like about it through and through. I really dig the approach of this story about killing off Batman and having the Bat family, have some spotlight. The gameplay at first, when the gameplay really started here at the beginning, I thought it was pretty decent. She hops off the, you can kind of traverse a little bit with the bikes. Very reminiscent of the old school Arkham stuff with Arkham Origins, the other game that WB Montreal took over for. And, kicking the enemies, utilization of the bats. I like that, a member of the Bat family is actually using bats. But these numbers popping up, man, I don't know. That, after just playing Marvel's Avengers beta, I don't know, fam. I really don't know. I normally don't say that word, fam, in real life, but and non-ironically. But I mean it in the most sincerest form possible here. Because this does not bode well. It does look pretty from a particle standpoint. I like this weather system that they got going for. But check it. The gameplay as well as the costumes that they're rocking. Could these be part of each of their passes? And also, let's go down to this boss battle with Mr. Freeze. Why was it cut so short? Why was it cut so short? It starts right about here, 6:47. Not even a minute. 45 seconds. 40 seconds.
We're going to have more to show you.
And then he cuts it off right there. Could it be that we're in for a giant QTE fest? Because most of the time when they start up a boss fight in a gameplay video to get you stoked, they kind of show the full boss fight. They might withhold like some story beats and as far as the cutscene, but they show the full boss fight from a gameplay perspective. And I've never seen a trailer cut it off that early. Is it because it's very quick timing? Or is it because the gear that she was equipped with was not up to snuff? Nevertheless, the trailer had me pretty intrigued. But the gameplay, I have to call it like it is, kind of put some doubts into my head as far as gameplay and progression. More importantly, progression is concerned. Hopefully, they'll feed us some more insight, but I think that if not a lot of people came forward with their opinions about how they felt about Marvel's Avengers beta, this thing probably would have been twice as long, 15 minutes, to really divulge into that gear system. But with people getting mixed feelings on that Avengers beta, they're probably holding on to a few of those details until people are ready to hear them out. Let me be the idiot here. As long as it's not walled behind microtransactions, then it's unacceptable. Unacceptable. True. I mean, if the only microtransactions that there are in the game are the cosmetic stuff, like making Robin look like that, making like Batgirl look like she did in other versions, if there's some kind of animated series skin, whatever, okay, fine. Even though I would really like an animated series skin, but I digress. I don't know. As long as they don't say it's that currency that popped up early in the thing, where come on, that right there. Where'd you go? Right there. That one right there. That currency that popping up. As long as that is not in the shop, and it is a co-op game. It's not a competitive game. Actually, that's actually not a good thing, because if it's a cooperative, then that means that people can buy their way up to a higher level, thus nulling the entire game. Oh my god. I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm not going to hate on the game. I'm definitely going to... Trust me, when they release a new video, a new introspective look at the gameplay for this game, and showing me that there is no gear system, it's just XP, there's going to be an upgrade tree, but it's not going to be tied to an online experience. You don't... like he mentioned, you can play a game solo or cooperatively. I like hearing that. And there's no microtransactions that, make the whole thing a humongous grind fest, and just leans it more towards an RPG standpoint, like Ghost of Tsushima, where you can go and do whatever you want, but if you don't put in the work that is too grindy, too forceful, and you strike a very delicate balance, then I'm all for it. I'm there day one. And I'm hoping that another gameplay video will shed some light on that rather than what I'm fearing. Especially after playing Marvel's Avengers Beta. Let this not be the future of comic book games. I see that you made it to the end of the video. Good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to catch more of this glorious content, don't forget to catch some of my live streams on either Twitch or Facebook Gaming. Dark Spider David is the username. Links are in the description. And then, of course, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Stay humble.